You're available whenever someone remembers you exist. They ignore your message for 2 days, and then they text, "Hey, what are you doing?" And somehow, you answer within 30 seconds. That's the moment you stopped being a priority and became a backup plan. Most people think they're the backup option because they're unlucky. Wrong. You're not the backup because you're ugly. You're not the backup because you're boring. You're the backup because you've unknowingly taught people that you'll always be there. No matter how long they disappear, no matter how badly they treat you, no matter how little effort they put in, they know you'll answer. And people don't value what's always available. Now, we can put it as imagine two restaurants, right? One has an hour long waiting list every night, the other is completely empty. Which one do you assume is better, naturally? Exactly. Scarcity creates value. Humans are simply wired that way. We chase what feels valuable, we overlook what's always accessible. The same applies to relationships, friendships, dating, even business, right? If someone knows they can disappear for weeks and you'll still be waiting, there's no urgency, no curiosity, no excitement. You become convenient. And convenience is comfortable, but it isn't respected. This is where people make the biggest mistake. They think if I'm nicer, or if I'm more understanding, if I always say yes, they'll finally appreciate me. But the opposite happens. The more you overextend, the less they invest. Because relationships naturally balance effort. When one person gives everything, another subconsciously gives less. It's nature. You give everything, the other person is just gonna give less. Not because they're evil, but because humans adapt. If you carry all the weight, right, why would they lift any? Without even realizing them, you've trained them. And now here's the uncomfortable part. Sometimes people don't necessarily disrespect you, they simply believe you're okay with how they treat you because every time they ignore you, you reward them. Every time they cancel their plans with you, you rearrange your schedule. Every time they disappeared, you welcomed them back like nothing happened. Your actions spoke louder than your words. You told them, in a way, my time is not that important. So why would they believe otherwise? The solution, let me tell you this one thing. It's not becoming cold or arrogant or pretending not to care. It's not. It's much simpler. Respect your own time. Don't stop replying. Just stop dropping everything when you get a notification. Don't chase conversations that have already died. Don't constantly check who's viewed your story. Don't send another message just because they left you on red. And most importantly, build a life that doesn't pause waiting for someone else's attention. Go to the gym, right? Learn a skill, build your business, spend time with people who actually choose you. When your life becomes full, you naturally become less available. Not because you're playing games, but because you're generally busy living. And that's attractive. And the people who are always chosen, they're not the loudest, or the richest, or even the most attractive. They're the ones who value themselves, though. To walk away from being someone's backup plan. Remember this, If someone only remembers you when they're lonely, bored, or out of options, you're not their priority. You're their convenience. And convenience is replaceable. Become the person whose time has value. Not because you tell people it does, but because the way you live makes it obvious. Stop waiting to be chosen. Build a life that's too valuable to put on hold.